What is going on, guys? It's your boy Baby Broly back at it with another video, and today we got something a little bit different. So my PSA sub just came back as of yesterday, and guys, crazy because these came back fast. I submitted these in like September of I think September 20th or something like that, and it's already back. Today is what? The 26th? Today is October 26th. That is absolutely insane. And if you look at my tracker, they actually received for it on September 20th, and they processed it on October 4th. And as of October 23rd, they are back. I just picked it up yesterday, and I did make a post in my community tab whether or not this was something you guys are interested in seeing, and many of you guys pulled up and said that this is something that you guys want to see. So I got to give the people what they want, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to do this. 97 cards. It's quite a bit of cards. We're going to crack into this box and see what we get. Now, I'm going to preface, I've already seen the grades. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, oh, I haven't seen the grades yet. However, I'm going to hide the grades from you guys, and then we're going to reveal each one by one. All right. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video and it's fun for you guys. All right. Before we actually get this thing started, I do want to do a giveaway for you guys. We got a slab. So right here, we have a PSA 8 Cyndaquil reverse foil from Expeditions. Beautiful card. I love the reverse foil on this thing. And we're going to add a red graded guard into this givey. Absolutely gorgeous. You can use the graded guard with this card if you want. I think it's a good fit. Or you can use it on a different card. It's up to the winner. So if you're the winner, do as you please. How do you enter into the giveaway? All you gotta do is just drop a like, be subscribed, and just drop a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what's your favorite card from today's 97 card PSA sub. And that's it. In the next video, I will announce who the winner is. I'm gonna use a random wheel generator, and yeah, it would be completely random. So yeah, drop a like, subscribe, comment in the comment section below. Let me know what your favorite card is. So yeah, that's all you have to do, and good luck. All right, guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and crack this box open. This is a huge freaking box. I got my trusty knife here, and we're gonna crack this thing open. It is absolutely big, so I'm probably gonna fast forward, and then we'll get back to it. All right, guys, there are two of these boxes, so we've opened up the first one. We're just gonna go ahead and go through each card, and yeah, let's see what these grades are. Like I said, I'm gonna hide these grades from you guys for each one. We'll just make it a little bit, you know, suspenseful, a little bit more exciting for you guys. So let's see what the first card is. Okay, so we got a Dark Blastoise Unlimited. I thought this card looked pretty good. Most of these grades, by the way, I kind of anticipated knowing what they were going to get. Some I was off, some I was spot on, but it is what it is. It's entirely subjective. It's entirely up to the graders. Anyways, Dark Blastoise Unlimited Holo. Beautiful card. I'm not going to do like this front and back deal the whole time, because that's just going to take forever. If anything, we're just going to go through each one and then show you guys the grade. So here we go. Ooh, PSA 8 Dark Blastoise. Okay. Yeah, this one was kind of up in the air. I either thought it was going to get an 8 or a 9, but it did get the 8, which isn't too bad. It's what I expected, so not too bad at all. All right, next one coming up. Oh, we got the Mew EX, the Japanese one. It's not the promo. The English one, it's a promo, comes out of the UPC, but in Japanese, you can actually pull it. But it is a beautiful card nonetheless. Like, the artwork on this card is just absolutely amazing. PSA 9. So this one, I was kind of leaning more on like the PSA 10 side of things, but it is what it is. Like I said, it's really subjective. They might have dinged it for possibly centering, but I felt like that centering was like, I don't know, but I thought it met the 60-40 criteria, but of course I'm wrong. But anyways, beautiful card nonetheless. Happy to have it. All right, next one is Salamence EX, so somewhat of a vintage card back in 2007. This is a beautiful card. I really love the style of these old EXs because I just love the border, how it looks, how it sparkles, how it kind of just shines. It's just so underrated in my opinion. But yeah, Salamence EX in a PSA 6. So this one, Kind of up in the air. I thought it could hit a 7, possibly an 8 with like some of these corners, but it looks like they dinged it more. Not sure if there's any surface scratching. I don't remember seeing any surface scratching when I submitted it, but it is what it is, you know what I mean? So PSA 6, not too shabby. All right, next one. Ooh, we got the Mew from Crown Zenith. I really love this card. I really love the artwork on it. It's just absolutely gorgeous, and it's just a super cute card. We got a PSA 9. So this is another one I thought could possibly gem mint, but looks like they probably hit it for centering. There might have been something else going on with this card that I just didn't see when I submitted it. But yeah, I was hopeful for a 10. Unfortunately, it came back a 9. All right, the next one we have is a Lugia V alternate art. Of course, the beautiful alternate art from Silver Tempest. Really love this card. I know a lot of people have mixed feelings about this card, but to me, I really love it. I think it's definitely in like my top 10, but I wouldn't say it's in my top 5. My first one is actually the Rayquaza VMAX alternate art. Like, I really love that. That one's either first or second, for me at least. But mint 9. All right, so this was another one I was hopeful for a 10, but I can see why it got a 9. It was like up in the air because of the centering, so I was either leaning on a 9 or a 10. So it looks like they went with a 9. All right, next one, we got the Dark Charizard first edition. This one is the non-holo version, and this one got a 6. This one I was a little baffled by because I am honestly not entirely too sure why it got such a low grade. You would think that considering it's not a holo, it's like easier to grade. However, they tend to be a little bit more harsher on the vintage. Looks like there's some dirt right there or something like that. I don't remember seeing that when I graded it because I did clean off this card. There were some little weird things on it, but I managed to clean it off. There's some corner dings here and there, but I don't think it's enough to make it a PSA 6, but it is what it is. All right, next one we have a Charizard Crystal Guardians. This isn't the reverse one, but I really love this artwork. This is probably like in my top 5 most favorite Charizard artworks out there. Super underrated and just a beautiful card in general. I love Delta species cards in general, and this one just takes the cake. But on this one, we got a 6. This one actually, I was thinking it was going to get a 6, honestly, a 6 or a 7. I was lucky if I got a 7, but I think this one was fair. The front's really clean. It's just the back. I remember seeing like a scuff up here or something like that. So that's probably what dropped it down to a 6. And yeah, but still a beautiful card nonetheless. Definitely something to have in your collection. Absolutely love this card. All right, next one we got a special delivery Charizard. Beautiful card. This is from the Pokemon Center in the UK. I remember when this came out, I was super hopeful I was going to get one from the Pokemon Center, and I actually did. That one ended up getting a 10, and I sold that quite a while back. But this one is an 8. So these tend to be pretty hard to grade, in my opinion, because 1, it's a promo. 2, there's a lot of them I see that are just off-centered. This one, I had a hunch it was going to get an 8 or a 9, possibly, just because of the centering. And there are some corner dings here and there. So I think that's a fair grade. So far, we haven't had any 10s yet. That's unfortunate. But there are some 10s in here. Like I said, I've seen the grades already, so it's just a matter of when we get to them. Here we go. Ooh, I really love this card. I'm going to tell you right now, I did not anticipate what grade this card got. A little underwhelming, definitely on a negative side. So I'm probably going to crack this, but let's check it out. PSA 6. So I was really anxious to get this one back because I really wanted to see what they dinged it for to make it a 6. Like, I see a little bit of something right there, but to me, I don't feel like that should be a 6. It's still a relatively expensive card because it's a crystal card, but I don't know. I just don't quite agree with that PSA 6. I was thinking more so of a 7 or an 8, but yeah. All right, next card. We have a Flareon V from the VMAX Premium Collection boxes. And this one got an 8. PSA 8, rightfully so. These cards are super hard to grade. That's why they are pretty pricey in the PSA 10. But yeah, the corners are always like kind of off. And then, of course, you'll get a lot of off-center ones too. And they just rattle a lot in those Premium Collection boxes. So they are relatively hard to grade. But I think this one is deserving of a PSA 8. Ooh, we got the Espeon V from Evolving Skies. Beautiful alternate art. And this one got a 9. So this one was also up in the air. I was hopeful for a 10. But yeah, didn't get it. And that's unfortunate. Like I said, it's really subjective. It's really up to the grader. I think it could still 10 if I was to re-crack it and submit it back. But I don't know if it would be worth it. But it's a 9. I'll take it. All right, next up we have the Espeon GX from Hidden Fates. I really love this card. Probably my top 5 shiny cards out there. But Espeon GX, absolutely beautiful card. I really love Espeon. Probably my favorite evolution. Whether that's a hot take or not, I don't know. I know a lot of people love Umbreon, Sylveon. Espeon, that's me. I love Espeon, and I'm going to run with that. So this one got a PSA 9. Really not a bad grade because with these cards that I've seen some that are off-center that still get 10s. But hey, it's whoever's grading it, right? And this one managed to get the 9. It is top heavy on the bottom, or it is heavy on the bottom. Why did I say top heavy? It is heavy on the bottom. It's a little bit thicker than the top. Left to right, it's not too bad. The back's actually pretty well centered. I think it's just that bottom part. A little bit too thick. You can see it from afar that it's off-center, so they gave it a 9. And I'm okay with that. All right, next up we have the Umbreon GX, Sun and Moon base, I believe. I mean, I guess it says it on the label. But this one got a Gem Mint 10. So the first Gem Mint 10 that we've seen today so far. Trust me, there's plenty more in there. We haven't gotten hot yet, you know what I mean? We're starting off lukewarm, if not cold. But yeah, Umbreon GX, PSA 10, super happy for this one. And once again, this is kind of bottom heavy, as you can see. Like I mentioned earlier on the shiny, like it just really depends on who's grading it, right? And this one was up in the air whether it was going to get a 9 or 10, but I'm super happy to see that it is a 10. All right, next one we have a Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX alternate art, and this one we hit a Gem Mint 10 as well. So there you go. We're on a streak now. We got 2 10s back to back. So really love this card. Beautiful. I think it's deserving of a 10. All right, next one we have the Erica's Invitation from 151 Special Illustration Rare. And this one got a Gem Mint 10. For a second, I thought it was going to be a 9 because I thought I saw that it was a 9, but I think I was looking at something else. But hey, I'm not complaining. PSA 10. We are on a streak right now. So we'll take it. Erica's Invitation, PSA 10. Can't complain about that. Now we got a one-piece card. It's kind of just scattered all over the place. It's not even in the same order that I submitted it in, which is kind of unfortunate, but what can you do? Anyways, you're going to see some one piece here and there. We have a Yamato special alternate art, and this one came back a 10. Beautiful card. Bandai does a really good job with their card quality, and oftentimes when I submit one piece cards, they do get 10s. Love these cards, love one piece, and yeah. All right, we got another one piece card here. We got Nami. I'm going to tell you right now, there's another 2 in here, 2 or 3. Can't even remember how many I submitted, but I definitely submitted multiple. But we got Nami and a PSA 10. Here goes another one. I believe this is another Nami. PSA 10. And another Nami. PSA 10. Like I said, one piece. Bandai, they do really well with grading. Ooh, we have a Yamato alternate art from OP6. And this one also got a Gem Mint 10. We are on a roll right now with the PSA 10s. All right, now we're back to Pokemon. We got a Gyarados, or Dark Gyarados from Celebrations, Japanese. And this one got a 10. Beautiful card. Really love the borders on these. I prefer the celebrations in Japanese over the English, but that's just me. Really love this card. Happy to have it in a PSA 10. Next up, we have another celebrations card. We have the Mew EX 25th anniversary Japanese, and this one also got a 10. All right, next up, we have a vintage Japanese card. We got the Dark Hypno. Beautiful card, 1997. And this one also got a Gem Mint 10. Super stoked about that. And anytime I get like vintage cards, whether they're English or Japanese, in a 10, super stoked about it. Like this, it's a card from 1997, and you can still get it in a Gem Mint 10 in today's recent cert numbers. Like that is absolutely insane to me. Granted, this card's like not like super expensive or anything like that, but it's just super cool to see something this old grade in a Gem Mint 10. I was actually pretty stoked about this one. All right, now we have a Typhlosion. And this one got a PSA 9. I know Typhlosion has kind of been in a little bit of hot water as of recently due to the leak from Game Freak. I'm not gonna go there, but yeah, I still love this card. It's still a beautiful card. I'm not even gonna talk about what's going on with Typhlosion. You guys already know. All right, next card we have a Deoxys EX. This is another beautiful card. Like I said, I just love these older EX cards. I love the border. I love the style. I wish we can kind of go back to the style. I mean, we somewhat have a similar style in today's Scarlet and Violet, but it doesn't quite hit the same. But this one got a PSA 6. Rightfully so. I thought this was either going to get a 5 or a 6, so I'm happy to have it in a 6. Beautiful card. And yeah. All right, next one we have another Deoxys. This is the Delta Species version from Holon Phantoms, and this one got a PSA 7. All right, next one we have a Moltres and Zapdos and Articuno GX. This is the promo from the Hidden Fates ETB. I did submit like 2 or 3 of these. I want to say it's 2, and this one got a 10. Beautiful card. Really love this one. I actually prefer this one over the Rainbow just because of the color scheme on this and that kind of stained glass look. I just really love that on the card. Absolutely gorgeous card. Happy to have it in the PSA 10. Ooh, now we have another vintage card. All the way dating back to 2000. The year 2000 Y2K. You guys remember that scare, right? If you're in my age group, of course. But Azumarill, Neo, Japanese. This is as vintage as it's gonna get. And of course we get the Gem Mint 10 on this one. I was super stoked about this one as well. Not a super expensive card, but like I said, it's crazy, right? Like such an old card to get a Gem Mint 10 is absolutely just mind-boggling to me. And these Japanese vintage cards, they're so gorgeous. The holo foil on them, the Cosmos holo type of look to them, super underrated. I really love these cards, and deserving of a 10 for sure. All right, next one up, we have a Suicune from Neo as well. Another 2000 card, vintage. Really love this artwork. It's probably like one of my favorite Suicune artworks of all time. And this one got a Gem Mint 10. Yeah, when I saw this one, I was super stoked. I believe this is like 200 to 220, somewhere around there. But to get this in a 10 is absolutely insane. I bought this card raw for like 40 bucks. Paid 15 bucks. That's like what, $55 out the door, and got it in the Gem Mint 10. So pretty good come up on this card. I really love it. Cool to see, and just overall stoked about it getting a 10. All right, next one we have a Dark Gengar. Not a huge fan of this artwork. I know some people like it. To each its own. To me, I don't know. I thought it would grow on me, but it never did. But I mean, it's a Gengar. People love Gengar. And got an 8, PSA 8. Not bad. I think it would have been an 8 or a 9. If it hit a 9, I wouldn't have been surprised, but I'm also not surprised that I got an 8. Really love this card. Just another vintage card. And just cool to see. All right, next up we have Erica, old trainer card. And this one got a Gem Mint 10. Also another card I was stoked to have in a 10. Deserving of a 10 in my opinion. Can't complain about that. All right, next one we have a Crobat, Dark Crobat. And this one got a 9. As you can see, top heavy, off-centered. I think it's deserving of a 9. It possibly could have even gotten an 8, but I'm happy to see that it's a 9. And yeah, I can't complain about that. All right, next one, we have a Mew, the 20th anniversary Mew. Love this card, I love the artwork. And we have a Gem Hint 10. Happy about that one. Next card, we got a Latios, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Special Pack. And this one got a 9. Beautiful card. I think I have the Latios in here as well. Really love this card. All right. Okay, now we have the Latias. So Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Special Pack as well. And this one got a 9. So we got 2 9s. Back-to-back sequential certs. Just cool to see. All right, next one. Dark Gyarados, non-holo, first edition. And this one got a PSA 8. I think that's pretty fitting. I think it's pretty well centered. Front and back. I'm not really too sure what they dinged it for. Possibly the corners. A little bit of edge wear, but I think it's still deserving of a PSA 8. But if it got a 9, I wouldn't have been surprised neither. All right, next one. We have another Dark Gyarados. This time it's the pre-release holo. And this one got a Near Mint 8 as well. Next one, I'm pretty sure this might be another Dark Gyarados pre-release. And this one got a 6. Unfortunately, you submit 2, you get an 8, and you get a 6. But hey, it is what it is. This one, yeah, there's definitely a bit more edge wear on this one. And it seems to be a little off-center, left to right. So 6 or 7, you know, would have been happier with a 7, but I'll take the 6. All right, now we have a base set Mewtwo from base set. Base set Mewtwo from base set. What am I saying? And this one got a PSA 8. Really love this card. Really love this artwork. It's so simple yet so gorgeous. I think it's deserving of an 8. All right, next one we have a base 2 Alakazam. Another beautiful card. And this one also got a PSA 8. Next one up, we got a Suicune from Pop Series 2. This one I didn't really have high hopes for, and of course it gets a PSA 7. I actually thought it would probably get a 6, but we'll take the 7. And I think Suicune is just a gorgeous Pokemon compared to Entei and Raikou. Of the 3 dogs, are they dogs? I feel like they're cats, but they're called legendary dogs. Besides the point, this is my favorite out of the 3. Entei, I love Entei, but every time I look at him, he just looks like he has a freaking mustache going. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know. Maybe now you guys are not going to be able to unsee it. Sorry if that's the case. But yeah, to me, he just looks like he has like a freaking mustache going on. And I'm not too fond of that. All right, next one we have a Dark Dragonite. So funny enough, I noticed that they mislabeled this a no holo. Kind of backstory on that, on the whole no holo ordeal. So there's 2 Dark Dragonites that come out of the Rocket set. There's one that's 5, which is the holo, and there's one that's, I believe that it's 22 out of 82. I could be completely wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But basically the holo and the non-holo both have different numbers. And there is an error out there that's super rare, that you can get a non-holo, like the actual card, non-holo, but it still shows it as a 5 out of 82. So if you guys go through your commons, or not commons, you guys go through your bulk, your non-holos, and you see that, that is an error, and it's actually worth quite a bit. So it's funny that they mislabeled this as a no holo. But hey, is what it is. PSA, get your shit together. But this one got a PSA 7, and actually kind of expected that. All right, next one we have a Dragonite first edition from Fossil, and this one got a PSA 8. I was hopeful for a 9, but I also kind of expected to get an 8, so pretty happy about that. All right, next one we have a Pidgeot from Jungle, another vintage card. and this one came back in an 8. So, I mean, to be honest, to get any vintage cards back in 8+ or even 7+, in my opinion, is a good thing. So, cool to see. Happy to have that. Next one, we have a Moltres from Fossil. Unlimited Moltres. And this one also got an 8. Next one up, we got a Suicune V from Crown Zenith. And this one got a 10, rightfully so. Crown Zenith for me is hit or miss. I've submitted a lot of Crown Zenith in my days, and so far they grade really, really well. I know for some people that's not always the case, but from my experience, they grade well. I love the Crown Zenith cards. Crown Zenith to me is super underrated. Was the last set out of Sword and Shield, and I think at some point, you know, Crown Zenith is going to be up there. Whether that's a hot take or not. Besides me, I'm not an investment bro, so I don't know. I'm just saying, Crown Zenith, I really love the artworks in the set, and would probably be in my like top 5 Sword and Shield sets. All right, this is the last slab out of this box. We have the illustration art Ghastly, Japanese, and I really love the artwork on this. I love the Ghastlies, the Haunters, the Gengars that are in here. There's even a Meowth in here, if you guys didn't know. I wouldn't be surprised if there's other Pokemon here that I'm just not noticing. I really love this artwork, and this one came back in a Gem Mint 10, rightfully so. All right, guys, next box. So I think my heavier hitters are in this one. They should be. Here we go. Shining Steelix, starting off big already. Unlimited. Still a beautiful card. Still Shining Steelix nonetheless. And this one got a PSA 7. I thought this was either going to get a 7 or an 8. So definitely on the lower end. I'm still okay with that. I'll take the PSA 7. All right, next one we have a Charizard EX from 151. As you guys know, this card has been going bananas. Absolutely bananas. I think everything from 151 has been absolutely crazy. Going crazy. But Charizard EX, I was hopeful that this was going to get a 10. Unfortunately, we did not get a 10. We had a PSA 9. And looking back at it again, I think it's because of the corners. Everything else about this card, the centering, isn't too bad. The edges aren't too bad. They're actually pretty good. But I think it's just the centering because they're not completely rounded and they're more of like squared, at least on the bottom. That's probably what knocked it down to a 9. Unfortunate. I think a 9 still goes for about 220, which is what the raw near mint value of it. Unfortunate didn't get a 10, but we'll take the 9. It's better than getting an 8, I guess. Next one up, we have a Latias. Really love this Latias. This is the Alto Mares Latias, and this one got a near mint 7. We will definitely take that. This card is absolutely gorgeous. The holo all around is gorgeous. E-readers, many love them, many hate them. I absolutely adore them. I love e-readers, and I can't have enough of them. All right, next one. We had a Misty's Golduck, first edition, and this one got a near mint 8. We'll take it. All right, next one up. We got a Dark Charizard. We got a holo this time. Non-first edition unlimited, and we got a PSA 8. I was hopeful for a 9. Definitely was not going to get the 10, but we'll take the 8. Not complaining about that. Next one up, we have a Japanese Charizard EX from 151, and this one hit a 10. This isn't quite as expensive as the English counterpart, but we'll take it any day of the week. Love the texture on this card. I love the texture on Japanese cards in general. And yeah, I'm not complaining about that one. Next one up, we have a Charizard VMAX from Shining Fates. I swear, I come across this card so many times. Ungraded, graded, everybody has it. There's so many out there. I don't know what the population report is on this card, but I would assume it's very, very, very high. But this one also got a Gem Mint 10. Happy to have it. Next one, we have a Charizard V-Star, the Rainbow from Brilliant Stars. Super, super underrated in my opinion. This artwork is absolutely phenomenal. just, I don't know. It's to me, it's unmatched, but it's a rainbow. I get it. A lot of people don't like rainbow, but I just really love this card. And I just have this really strong, funny feeling that at some point, this card is going to be worth way more. I know it was up there when it first came out and it's dropped plentiful, but I feel like in the long run, this card's going to do really well. I promise I'm not showing this. I promise I'm not. But I just really love this card. And it's just so underrated to me. But this one scored a PSA 10, rightfully so. And yeah, we'll take it. Next one up, we have a Rayquaza VMAX alternate art. Like I mentioned earlier, this is my favorite, if not second favorite. It's between this and the Espeon. I really love the Espeon alternate art. Oh shoot, I forgot about the Giratina. The Giratina is up there too. Man, I'm having trouble. I would say, I'm gonna go and say Espeon being number 3, Rayquaza number 2, and Giratina number 1. Yeah, that's gonna be my order for the alternate arts as far as what are my favorites. But this one scored a gem in 10. Was super happy about this one. This one actually received an upcharge, of course, on it because I submitted at the $15 tier. It got a 10, so it's much higher than that. I believe this card is hovering around 550, 600. I could be wrong, but I know this is up there. So happy, super stoked to have this in a gem mint 10. All right, next up we have, speaking of the Espeon, number 3, we got an Espeon VMAX alternate art. This one, by far, is better than the Umbreon, in my opinion. I just really love this artwork. I love how Espeon is just chilling on the house there, sleeping. Kind of reminds me of my dogs, even though Espeon's a cat. But reminds me of one of my dogs. But this one scored a PSA 10, rightfully so. A little off-centered. I will agree with that, left to right. But I feel like it still meets the 60-40. I had a feeling it was going to get a 10, and I'm glad it did. All right, next one, we have a Slowpoke and Psyduck GX. This card, honestly, is probably going to be taken from my wife because my wife loves both Psyducks and Slowbros, or Slowpokes. The whole evolution of Slowpoke. So she's probably going to steal this from me at some point. But I really love Slowpoke. I really love this card. And it got a 9. I was hopeful for a 10, but I can see why it got a 9. It is pretty top heavy compared to the bottom. But overall, it's still a really clean card. All right, next one we have an Eevee retrospective Munch, the Munch promo. And this one got a 9. This one, I anticipated it getting a 9 just because it was off-centered. Otherwise, the card's super clean front and back. I also have a Psyduck in here too. Can't wait till we get to that one. All right, now we have a Ho-Ho EX from Pop Series 3. Beautiful card. And a Near Mint 7. Not bad at all. Next up, we have a Mimikyu from Cosmic Eclipse. This is before the trainer galleries, before the Galarian galleries. This was the original character rare, secret rare, whatever you want to call it. This one got a gem in 10. Beautiful card. Next up, we got the Mew V alternate art, Fusion Strike. This one got a 9. I was hopeful for a 10, didn't get it. I'm not too bummed out about it. I get it, off centering on the back. The front's pretty well centered. Got a 9. I think it's deserving. All right, next up we have the Blastoise EX from Fire Red and Leaf Green. Really love this card. Beautiful, beautiful Blastoise card. And this one got a PSA 8. I'll take that. I'll take the PSA any day of the week. All right, now we have another Salamence EX, this time from Delta Species. Well, Dragon Frontiers is the set. And this one got a PSA 6, so didn't quite meet that 7. I was hopeful for a 7, didn't get it. Is what it is. All right, next one we have a Gyarados EX. I really love this card. Such a beautiful card from Breakpoint. And I just love the Manaphy in the back there too, and the Greninja. So you got the Gyarados, Greninja, and the Manaphy. Just absolutely gorgeous. And this one got a PSA 8. All right, we got a Lugia V-Star Rainbow from Silver Tempest, and this one got a 9. This was also up in the air, could possibly get a 10, just depends on the grader, but I think rightfully so, it got a 9. top on the back there is quite thick, but the front's pretty clean. Front's pretty well centered. I think it's still deserving of a 9. All right, next one up. Jesse and James, Hidden Faiths. Really love this one. This one got the 10. Next one up, we got another Motris and Zapdos and Articuno. Like I said, I did submit a couple, if not multiple, and this one also got a 10. All right, next one. We have an Umbreon from Call of Legends. I really, really love how simple and gorgeous this artwork is. Absolutely beautiful. It pops out so well. I don't know if you can tell in the camera, but this one got a near mint 8. Was hopeful for a 9 at least, but I'll take the 8. All right, now we have another Charizard VMAX, and if you guessed what I guessed, got another Gem Mint 10. We'll take it. All right, now we have a Gengar and Mimikyu from Tag Bolt. Not the alternate or anything like that, but I still really love this artwork. And this one got the Gem Mint 10. Love it. All right, next one up. We got a Dragonite V alternate art, Evolving Skies. This one got a Gem Mint 10. We'll take that. Now we have a Karen's Tyranitar, first edition Japanese. Really love this card as well. It's a very underwhelming artwork, but I still just love how simple it is. Also an e-reader. I love the Versus series cards, and this one got a 6. We got another Tyranitar here. Rocket's Tyranitar this time. And this one got a PSA 8. We'll take that. Next up, we got a Bruno's Steelix. Really love this one. Like, look how beautiful that artwork is. Absolutely gorgeous. This one got a 6. This one was also one I was completely baffled by how it got a 6. It looks super clean. I mean, you guys tell me. Is there anything that you guys see that's crazy that would deem it a 6? That's just nuts to me. All right, next one. We have the Scream Psyduck. So we just saw the Eevee earlier, and this is the Psyduck. Love the Haunters in the back. Love the little Gengar right there as well. But this one got a 9. We'll take it. It is pretty off-centered. I think it's deserving of the 9. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there, I promise. All right, next one up. We have a non-hollow Umbreon from Aquapolis and a PSA 7. Now we have another Umbreon. This one is actually a big boy card. Unseen Forces, Umbreon EX. This card is super hard to grade, super hard to pull, and I'm just gonna let you guys see the grade. PSA 6. Now, this one I was hoping for at least a 7 or an 8. Not quite sure why it got a 6, possibly because of these corners. But gosh, they did ding them pretty hard for just those corners. 6 is still up there. I want to say 6 is basically light plate and near mint raw pricing, which is insane. But this card is still pretty pricey. In a PSA 6, I want to say it's a little north of like 300 bucks. But still, nonetheless, it's a beautiful Umbreon. Really love this card. Next up, we have the Charizard EX from Fire Red and Leaf Green. This is another big card, and this one got a near mint 8. Actually super happy about that one. I bought this one raw from my local card store, and yeah, happy to have it in an 8. I was hoping for a 9, but we'll take the 8 any day. All right, next one up, we have a Ho-Ho First Edition Neo Revelation. This one, I'm going to warn you right now, I don't understand the grade behind it, but it is what it is. PSA 6. How in the heck is this a PSA 6? I get it. You have a little bit of whitening right there. You got some corner issues, but there's like no bends. There's no creases. There's no crazy hollow scratches. So for it to be in a 7 or a 6 is absolutely insane to me. I might actually just crack this one and possibly regrade it to try and get that 7. It's not going to be a huge difference, but I don't know. I'm just not too happy with it sitting in a 6 slab. I don't think it should have been a 6, but hey, I'm not the grader. It's just my opinion. All right, next up we have a Charizard and Braixen GX. Really love this artwork. Really love Cosmic Eclipse. That set is absolutely expensive and it's been blowing up. I wish I could have picked up boxes when they were like $400 or $500. I think they're like 900 to 1,000 now. But this one came back in a Gem Mint 10. Really love that. Really love this card. Super stoked about that. All right, next one we have a Koga's Beedrill. Another vintage card, and this one came back in an 8. I think that's pretty spot on. Now we have a Sabrina's Gengar. Now this one was a little harsh. There was some foil scratches. I don't think they were like that severe for it to get the grade that it got, but it got a 6. It got a 6. Back doesn't look too bad. The front doesn't look too bad. Like I said, there's some hollow scratches, but nothing too crazy. So I thought it was going to get at least a 7. It's okay. It's okay. This might be another one that I crack, but we'll see. All right, next up we have an Origin Form Dialga V-Star from Crown Zenith. And this one got the 10. I'll take that. All right, we have a Japanese card. We have the Arceus V-Star from V-Star Universe. Me personally, this artwork out of the others looks the best. I think it looks better than the Giratina. I think it looks better than the Palkia and the Dialga. This is absolutely my favorite one. Japanese V-Star Universe, and we got it in a 10. We'll take the 10. Love to see it. I love the texture on this card. Absolutely gorgeous. Next up, we have Rockets Hitmonchan. Beautiful card. In a 9. So vintage in a 9 or a 10. Hey, I'll take it any day of the week. Next up, we got a Dark Machamp this time. Beautiful card. And a 9. PSA 9. We'll take those. Next up, we got the Blaine's Moltres. I really love this artwork. I'm not like a huge fan of Moltres, but this one is a banger. And this one we got in a PSA 6. Don't quite agree with this one neither. Might crack it, might not. Who knows? We'll see. All right, now we have a first edition Lieutenant Surge's Electabuzz. Another beautiful card. And a 9. Next up, we have a Dark Vileplume first edition. And this one got a 9 as well, rightfully so. Now we have a Pichu. This was another one that was a bit underwhelming. I thought it was going to be graded better. I was expecting a 9. Of course, we didn't get that. Ended up getting a 6. So you flip that 9 upside down, it turns into a 6. Don't know why it got a 6, to be honest, but this might be another one I might crack. We'll see. I don't think it's deserving of a 6. Whether we crack it, resend it in, I don't know. But PSA 6, come on. Next up, we have an Erica's Dragonair Unlimited from Gym Heroes. And this one got the 9. Definitely deserving of a 9. I was thinking it was going to get an 8, but I'll take the 9. All right, next card, we have the Typhlosion. Don't get me started again. Typhlosion Neogenesis in a PSA 8. Big old T17. Super hard to pull from Neogenesis. Pikachu VMAX from Lost Origin. Really love this trainer gallery. And this one came back in a 10. Next up, we have the Pikachu V from the Premium Collection box. This one came back in a 9. This one, another up in the air card. Could 10, could 9. They decided to go with the 9, probably because of the off-centering. All right, guys, 2 cards left. Here we go. We got a Zamazenta V alternate art, Crown Zenith, and we got the 10. Beautiful card. Really love this artwork. It's just gorgeous. All right, guys, last but not least, this is our last card in our submission, and it is a Superior V. Nothing too crazy, but this one got a Gem Mint 10. We'll take that. All right, guys, that's going to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you guys want to see more future PSA submission reveal videos like this, let me know in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys drop a like if you guys haven't already. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the support. and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.